I'm Antony. I'm here to talk about my involvement in Lou Reed's Berlin album. Hal Wilner bought my CD at Other Music. He brought it over to Lou, who was in the middle of making an album called The Raven, and Lou was looking for some guest vocalists, and Hal brought him a big pile of CDs, and I guess Lou was interested in my voice, and they asked me to come down and do it. And then we started working on different projects together. He asked me to come on tour with him. He became really a supportive kind of mentor for me. Susan Feldman was nagging him to do that show for years. He wasn't going to do it, he wasn't sure about it. But I mean, I was so gung-ho, I was like, you have to do it. And he asked me at one point to sing the whole set, and I said, no one wants to hear me sing those songs, Lou. No one. The only person that they want to hear sing those songs is you. So he finally kind of settled with that idea that he would do it. And then once it all came together, I think it was just like, it just took off, and it really was a hoot live as well. And it was, it was so much fanfare and such a great production. The music was fantastic. You couldn't help but enjoy it. And I saw him really enjoy it, and he looked really happy on stage singing it.
Candy says I've come to pay my body.
I'd said to him in the car on the way back from one of the sessions, there's one song of yours I've always loved so much, it's Candy Says, and he said, oh, it's waiting for you to sing it, actually, it's waiting for you to sing it. And I was like, wow. So I tried to sing it for him the next time I had a show, because I knew he was coming. And I sang it for him. The life of Candy Darling is almost like folklore in a certain downtown set, kind of magical. And the song is so soulful. It's easy to get into that song. It was just amazing to see him. It was like seeing something that was ricocheting through different portals of time.
I'm going to watch the bluebirds fly.
It was very impressive.
Over my shoulder, I'm going to watch them pass me by. Maybe, baby, when I'm older.
Somehow there was something magic about singing together. His voice was so rough and mine was kind of lyric, and we just had a really good time.
In Berlin.
It certainly stands out because it's so concise and so brutal.
You were 5'10" tall.
It just moves in for the kill, like in the second half, and it's just like ruthless.
It was very nice.
And it's so accurate. It's very searing.
Candlelight.
And it was that way every time you went through the song cycle live too. There was something so, devastating about the finale.
We were in a small cafe.
Obviously, this time around, everyone crawled out to,
you could hear,
not just to apologize, but to really celebrate the work, because obviously it was revolutionary.
It was very
because it's so for real. There's not many people that are making work that's that for real.
It was paradise.
And there's not that many musicians that really that I can think of that have been so direct in those regards, managed to channel it into something so pure and so direct, like the experience of their lives, or that subterranean world, to turn it into something so majestic and beautiful. He's really the king of that. And he's such a good poet. His poems are so beautiful. He knows how to go in for what's essential. And he's a very lion-hearted kind of guy. So it was nice to see him in all his warmth, embracing that work. It was like seeing, a master at work. and in full possession of his life's work. You know, I think part of the justice of this project is the fact that it was finally placed in the appropriate spot in the pantheon of great records. It was too far ahead of its time when it was first released, and no one could take it, so they just like screamed it out of the kitchen. And that I think that had a huge impact on Lou's approach to life and the whole part of his career. I think it really had a huge impact on him. So it was a big full circle for him to take this record back in on his own terms and to present it that he was happy with. And for it to be so well received, and for all the top critics to go gaga over it and slobber over it. It's just like, you know, not that he really cares if people are slobbering over it either. It's just, it was appropriate. Highly appropriate.